This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not shouting, "Badia" at city council meetings, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.
Oops.
Dealing with COVID-19 is uncharted territory, and everyone has different challenges. People may feel anxious, down, or overwhelmed. For some, these feelings can lead to changes in sleep patterns, an increased use of alcohol or drugs, or withdrawing from the people around them. If you know someone who's having a hard time coping, you can help by reaching out to talk and listen. To learn more about how you can help someone in need, call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK. Brought to you by the state of Washington.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz, an eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, world jazz, all jazz in all forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio, streaming worldwide on rainieravenueradio.world.
This is Monique Lee from the Afternoons with Monique show. I'm also the owner of Seattle Love Broker, a relationship consulting and matchmaking company. Tune in every Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. to listen to intriguing, informative, and entertaining guests share stories of their past and vision for the future of our community.
All of us have struggled through the COVID-19 pandemic, and many of our communities have been particularly hard hit. Some things definitely need to change, but a few things should stay the same, like protecting your child from serious diseases you can prevent now. Preventable diseases like measles, mumps, and whooping cough. Is camp, childcare, or in-person school on your family's agenda? Give your child a healthy and safe summer and school year by making sure they're up to date on vaccinations and well child visits. You have the power to protect. Call your healthcare provider to find out what vaccinations your child is due for and make an appointment today. If you need help finding a provider, visit parenthelp123.org or call the Help Me Grow Washington hotline at 1-800-322-2588. An interpretation is available.
Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hello. Welcome to Clean Greens Living Live, broadcasting on Rainier Avenue Radio. It's your host, Queen Bree, and Robyn T. What's going on, Robyn? You're muted. It's you this week. You're muted.
Oh my God. It's because I was telling my child who's here with me today what they need to be doing during the show. I'm very happy to be here. Sorry, I was muted. And we like to always point out that we are on the ancestral lands of the Duwamish people, and they are still here stewarding the land and the Coast Salish people. So please learn more at realrentduwamish.org. And we are broadcasting from Rainier Avenue Radio. This is Clean Greens Living.
Clean Greens Living. Oh my goodness. So we had a good weekend. If you guys weren't there, we had a weekend remembering Black Wall Street. So we had our event. Dr. Phil Armstrong was in the house from Okmulgee, Oklahoma. They have a museum. I forgot the name of the museum though. Do you remember the name of the museum?
Rising. It had the word rising.
Listen, we bad. We'll tell you guys later. Robyn's gonna figure it out because we are.
I have the whole thing right here.
Look, we're still tired from this weekend. It was a lot of information, and he left us with a book, Black Wall Street 100, right here. The American Grapples with the Historical Racial Trauma. You guys got to check this book out by Hannibal B. Johnson. It was really good. I learned a lot. Did you want to say the name of the museum?
Well, we have here director of the Black Wall Street Museum, but I think it has another name. It is incredible, and I learned so much as well. Like, I thought we knew the story, But when you hear it from somebody who has studied and teaches the story and like
and seen
archives,
historical artifacts for it,
and all of the details, they have, you know, recorded all of the details, and there's some incredible stuff that honestly would blow your mind.
Yes, I think that we should talk about this on a different show because there's so much more information to unpack, and we have such a lovely guest that I want to bring on real quick. Yes, because it was so much to unpack and to learn and to talk about, and I don't want to take up Avery's time because she's an awesome person within herself who has her own business, and hearing her story made me think we have to have her on a show to hear her story. I don't have her bio up. So Robyn, if you want to read her bio.
I would love to.
I am off my game today. I got a very disturbing email from my child's teacher, and I am off my game because I am a mad Black woman right now. Can I just say that right now in Black History Month? They're trying me, y'all, and they're going to find out I don't play about my kids. So Robyn, can you take away with the bio?
Yes. Yes, let's give you some space for that. I am sorry about that. And we're here for you. Okay. We're here for you.
Thank you.
And Avery is here. I'm so excited to meet Avery. Avery Barnes is a self-taught entrepreneur, designer, and philanthropist who began to broaden her global perspective at age 19 by traveling solo to parts of Asia and Africa. During her travels, she built close relations locally and experienced the drastic need for survival these communities actively suffer from. So Barnes founded the brand TASWIRA, meaning, I didn't practice that before, vision in Swahili, and it was inspired by her value of freedom and curiosity for creating opportunities and seeing results of change starting within Kenya. So we will hear more about it directly from Avery. Let's meet Avery Barnes. Thank you.
Yay. Look, I was trying to get myself together. These earrings are.
There we go. I was wondering. I was like, oh, I love her earrings.
They're yours. They're Avery's. And then I was trying to have my face oils here, but it was too late.
Oh my God. You gotta tell me how that's doing for you.
It's doing good. Like, okay, look, first, you don't know this, but I do Mary Kay, right? And so instead of using Mary Kay oil, I use your oil for my face. And there is a huge difference. Like my face is lighter when I use it. Like it's clearer. Like I feel like I'm not the best at describing things, but there is a huge difference when I use it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I also got these cute not pajamas. Sorry, I'm just so excited to have you on, girl.
I'm so excited to be on. And Robyn, it is amazing meeting you. Thank you for reading off that beautiful biography of mine.
My pleasure.
Is it weird hearing people read your amazing accomplishments?
Yeah, kind of.
Get used to it.
Yeah, you have to get used to it. We're like that too. We're like, I make people write about me because I'm like, I can't do this. It's weird. So can you tell us the correct pronunciation of your clothing line?
Yeah, so TASWIRA, which is an acronym for Transformative Action for Sustainable Women's Initiatives and Resources in Africa.
Nice. Okay, I want to ask a question, but I cannot help but see this beautiful necklace on you. Is that yours?
This is we have a hand carved and welded brass African mask here. I have a beautiful jeweler that I work with in Kenya that I get a lot of my hand painted beads from West Africa, and everything is hand carved bone. And this necklace was made specially for me and is with brass. It's made to last for just generations. So it's like it's a special one, a part of one of our future collections.
Wow, that is beautiful. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
tell us how you got started with this.
Wow. So I started traveling to Africa. I was solo traveling. I've gone 3 times so far. The last time I just got back in early November, spending 3 months with the group. But it took me about 3 months to find a women's empowerment center volunteering program that worked with specifically entrepreneurship in community development. And so I wanted to do something in Africa that was close to my heart, close to my vision, and the impact that I wanted to have on female entrepreneurs. And so I flew out there and I volunteered. I ended up being the first volunteer to actually work with them. And the connection that and the odd similarities that I had shared with these women were incredible. And I became the mother of the group. And a lot of women, the majority of women in Africa, the way that they earn an income is product-based. Whether it's food vendors on the side of the streets, or jewelry making or weaving baskets, all of those artisan skill sets have just been woven into the culture. And I just saw a huge opportunity to be able to help these women market their products and introduce technology with our website into helping them generate new money coming in. And so it's been an amazing experience working with the Bamburi Women's Empowerment Center in Mombasa, Kenya. And actually this recent trip, we've just began our partnership with the Maasai tribe. I was able to connect with the chief's family, and they're like my brothers now. But if you don't know who the Maasai tribe is, they are the most colorful tribe in the world. They wear all of the different beading, and they live amongst the wildlife in Kenya. And they live well, now that technology and phones have been introduced, it's not so zero cost living now, but all of their homes are organically built. Their way of life, the way that they present and wear their shukas, which are the patterned wraps, is on a 24-hour basis. And these traditions since the 15th century are still current to this day. And when working with them, TASWIRA, the Fashion House of TASWIRA focuses on being able to introduce African textiles and color and print and design into more of a modern era and culture. So one of our staples is the bucket hat. And all of our production is done within the center, the Women's Empowerment Center, working with the students, teaching them how to work and be sources to different companies, and be able to employ from their businesses others within the community. So it's a growing effect. And yeah, we're the first to be able to partner with the Maasai tribe and to start this mission, one of the first in the United States with modern African streetwear. So
congratulations.
That is amazing. You're a global connector. That is so amazing. I love that. How did you, so you got inspired traveling, but it seems like you know so much that went into your vision that like seems like more than just like I'm passionate, you know, like you have like you've won awards for design. You had the vision for the design as well as the you know, empowering the women. I wanted to ask you about that, but I also think it's really exciting to hear. I used to listen to like some businessy women empowerment podcasts, and I heard about these women who would go and say they were like uplifting a community and they would make all the money off selling the stuff, and I would be so frustrated, and I literally stopped listening to it. So they actually get to keep the wealth because you're a nonprofit, right?
Yes, we were just transitioned into a nonprofit. And so from a business stance, that enables us to, when all of our product that we sell is fundraising now. So all of the profit that we make from the products that these women help provide go straight back into the community development, into teacher salaries, into having a safe place for these women to access Wi-Fi and technology and learn. Some of our students travel 2 hours just to get to these classes. And it's all, you know, it's a really heartfelt experience because what's driven me is I haven't really every single step has been a learning experience. Like I haven't been fully aware of what I'm doing. But transitioning into a nonprofit really helps us connect with people who want to support. And it allows me to, you know, talking about going in the realistic business world, it allows me as a businesswoman myself, an entrepreneur and visionary and creative and designer, to be a designer and to create freely without getting paid for my product. But we're all getting supported by doing the work. And to be able to, it started with the ladies giving me a few suitcases of they just gifted me clothing. And I had worked for MAC Cosmetics. I was involved in the Seattle African Fashion Weeks and connected in those different industries. So that was a way that I felt like I could share their story. Yeah, so I kind of forgot where I was going with that.
Girl, don't worry, I'll be doing that all the time. But I like how Avery says, I don't know what I'm doing. But that is a lot of us out here. But you're walking in your purpose and you're making the steps. And I am floored, blown away, listening to the story. Like when you go to her shop, you know, at Rainier Avenue Radios, let me do a plug real quick. We have days where we set up for African American shops to come in, and she has her whole shop set up. I mean, she has we got a wooden elephant that is hand carved. I won't say too much more about it because this is your product, but the story that's behind it, and you're connecting us to that tribe, and you're connecting different worlds, and that is beautiful, all by just taking that step and learning along the way. And this is why we have you on the show, to figure out how can people come together to help your mission and your story go bigger than what I feel like it already is. Because look, she's like international celebrity to me. Okay. What you gonna say, Avery?
Well, Bree, I actually have a big announcement that I was gonna save for this show to announce with y'all.
Woo! Let me stop you. We listening.
So in March, In partnership with Seattle Restored and Shun Pike and Seattle Made, we're actually going to be opening our first storefront in downtown Seattle.
Oh my God.
And so this is like a really crazy opportunity because it'll be able to open our spaces to the public, to do workshops, to really connect with the youth and sharing the lost story of the Maasai tribe. But this location particularly is going to have like full 360 murals of, Masai Mara. We're going to be having lifelike size African animals, 3D printed. You're going to walk in and feel like you're in Africa. It is going to be an experience.
I believe that. If you're just tuning in, you're tuning in to Clean Greens Living, broadcasted on Rainier Avenue Radio. We have Avery Barnes here, CEO of I can't even say it. TASWIRA. I was trying to practice it. TASWIRA. Did I say it right? No, yeah. I feel like those old people. Did I say it right?
It's okay. You're going to start hearing it around.
Right, I'm going to start hearing it. And I'm going to be visiting. So you have a workshop coming up soon. Is it next week, though? Can you tell us about your workshop coming up with Rainier Avenue Radio?
Yes. So, the workshop is going to be, I have it in my calendar here. I didn't put it in we're going to have it within the next week or so. But it's going to be open to youth about ages around 6 to 12, having a projector, sharing the story of the Maasai tribe. We're going to have arts and crafts where everyone's going to be able to actually make their own African beaded items. So that's going to be really fun, that they'll be able to take home a very, very close and prominent part in the culture, and learn the story of who this tribe is, why they are so important in Kenya and in the world.
That is so amazing that you have connected with them. I do feel like you're just like an international celebrity like Brianne does. And then you're creating the experience right here in downtown. That's amazing. This is so big.
Our home base is Seattle for sure.
Seattle. Well, that is nice. And I mean, I wish I would have had the overalls because they're so cute. Like the styles are so cute. So you said you're going to have the store in the workshops. Sorry, look, I done lost my.
And that's happening in March? Like that's right around the corner.
Yes, right. It is. And like all of this is happening just like like crazy. But really, I really want to inspire and encourage our youth to travel at a young age and to explore their creativity and see how that can, through their creativity and through their visions, they're able to begin a career at a young age. And I think that establishing nowadays multiple sources of income is a necessity. And so being able to share my experience and to honestly experience this growth all together can really help create more of a sustainable future that is aligning our visions and our passions with our entrepreneurial agendas. That's our mission.
Nice. And I love how we talk about women empowerment a lot, and you guys are in Africa empowering the women to continue their education and to help them outsource their supplies, their creativity, their work. I cannot think of these words, Lord. Usually I'm better at my game. I swear, Avery, you see me in action,
It
child.
is all good. I got some more to share too. Actually, another way that we're able to take part in this within the community and within Seattle is by partnering with our sample production with local universities. So we're partnering up with Seattle Central College and the interns with the design and apparel development classes. And so by helping and by coming into the store and getting this hands-on experience with working with a larger company, and also being able to have fun with meaningful and colorful projects, they'll be able to, these hours that they contribute will be able to help also contribute to their graduation. So, yeah.
I was going to ask that. I was going to say, so is there going to be a space for up and coming artists or up and coming youth that are interested in traveling to Africa or finding ways to be able to give back, if not just for fashion, but just give back in other ways? Will this be a space for them to come to learn more about that as well?
Yes. And actually, now that we're transitioning into a nonprofit, it's going to be a huge priority for us to be able to send students in the United States to Africa to work with the center, with these women, and be able to get that transformational experience. And because by traveling myself at such a young age, it really gave me a global perspective of the world. And it also showed me what as an American, even the opportunities that I really have at hand that I really need to be taking advantage of. There's so many different people, organizations, and I'm so thankful for you too for helping me share this story and giving me a platform to share what we're doing. Yeah.
No problem. Look, when we did our grand opening, we had invited her and she had to go back to Africa, right? And so when I first got to meet her at one of the events, I was just blown away. So look, the pleasure is ours as well. And we hope that you can come to Clean Green's grand opening this year. And if not, have a spot where you're selling your clothes, but at least come. And we're starting something new at Clean Greens. We'll throw a little mention out there again. We're starting a youth farm in the city. And so maybe you can come and do some kind of presentation or talk with the youth at the farm about what you do, and just really getting this youth involved in growing their own produce, and then also, like you said, traveling and finding their way in life and how what they learn they can help pass that along to others. So yes.
Yes, that is so beautiful. I feel like that's a program that we need in Kenya.
I mean, I just feel like everything is like intertwining. It's like they have this need in Kenya, but we also have a need in America. Like teaching us how to be able to survive without the commercial way. Without the ways that we've been taught. Because I know that you've shared stories. I'm not going to share all her stories that she's ever said, but share stories on how they live. They live amongst the animals, the Maasai tribe, and they've learned how to coexist with the animals. And so coming here and teaching us how we can coexist with our earth and our grounds. I mean, so I just feel like it's intertwining, and we would love to have you come and give a lesson to all of us.
Oh, that would be so fun.
I can't wait. I want to learn so much more about the Maasai tribe. I'm just so amazed that you get to be one of the people, and we're right here talking to you, that connects them to the rest of the world and to all of us. And I feel that, Breon, the alignment. Both of you talk so often about the youth involvement And I was I knew there would be a piece about getting youth to be able to travel to Africa within your organization. I was like, I knew that was coming, so nothing is left out. It's a beautiful thing to see all of this connect.
I always hear this saying, be the person you needed as a youth. And so I always try to strive to be that person I needed as a youth. And a lot of things that we talk about these days were not talked about in our school. And to be honest, growing up, Africa was not taught in the best light to us. And Africa is I've never been. I'm experiencing my Africa through Avery. I'm experiencing my Africa through Netflix. Like, I want to go to Africa. This is how I experience and learn different things just by watching African movies, and different ones. They're not all the same. They're not all connected. And it's not all rural Africa. It's some that have cities. It's some that has wealth and money. And just to get to know that, and the youth needs to know that. The youth needs to be educated into that. So I'm always down for the youth education and bringing in culture and learning new things about other people, other than what we were taught.
Yeah. And it's interesting because in Africa, youth integration into self-employment is self-employment, and having your own business is like almost amongst a majority of the population in Africa is the primary way to make an income. And so it's like, and you have the kids on the farms and helping their moms and grandmas and pops doing and learning agriculture, how to grow their own food. And it's really, it hasn't really been touched by technology yet, or as immersed into technology. So that was a really incredible and interesting experience too, to get their perspective on life, and to see how connected they are with their environment and how much they rely on the health of their environment.
Okay, well, Avery, I'm sorry, we were just having this conversation and it's time, so we got to go. But we will get all of Avery's information because we didn't have time to figure out how we could say support. But we are going to post it on Clean Greens. You guys go follow her, find her, and help support her nonprofit. Thanks, Avery.
Africa on Instagram is the best way, as well as taswira.org.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update.